Hi there, it's Louise here of Timeless Craft Mama, and today I'm sharing a scrapbook layout process video with you for Scrapbook Boutique. And this layout I've entitled That Sweet Face, and it's using some of the Kaisercraft Barber Shoppe collection, which is quite a grungy sort of boys collection. But what I really wanted to do in using this collection was to incorporate some really nice bright colours and lots of layers, but also showcase some of the papers. So that's where I've chosen my photo, and I've also, lacking a little bit of inspiration with these papers, decided that I wanted to use a sketch. So I've picked out the sketch, and now I'm just having a look through the collection and choosing some of the elements that I'm going to put this page together. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out the papers in line with the sketch and attached those to the backing paper. I've then covered the page in a layer of clear gesso and allowed that to dry. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these different blue mediums, including the Holtz Distress ink pads in Blueprint Sketch, some Kaiser mist, and then also the Dilutions Calypso Teal mist as well. And that's to just add some colour around the page with that packaging technique. And you can see that because I've used 3 of the different mediums, I'm getting different shades of blue all coming together. Once those elements have dried, I'm going to use the Kaisercraft Grunge stencil and some of the really great Colour Blast colour paste, and that's going to also add some depth and another colour element to the page as well. Now I'm sort of working in a sideways triangle pattern here, and I've gone ahead and popped some twine around the page just to add again some more texture and some interest, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a paper cluster. So occasionally when I'm creating a paper cluster, I'll go really random and just not make my papers even, just cut strips here and there and then build layers behind the photo. So that's what I'm going to do in this case, because these papers are all from the same collection, so they work really well together in ensuring that all the elements that you're going to put on a page are going to match. Now you'll also notice as I progress that I am just trimming little bits here and there as I decide what I'm happy with and what I want to use on the page. So some of the papers I'm using the stapler to attach them together, and then I'll go ahead and I'll use adhesive to do the final touches to make sure everything's stuck down. And this is just to keep that cluster together while I'm working on it, and to make sure that it holds while I then attach the adhesive. So you don't actually see me do that, I do all that off camera. So I pop a piece of cardstock beneath the photo and some adhesive on the back of that paper cluster and attach that to the page. Now I've also used this little die cut, which is just of a picket fence, and that was something that I sort of took inspiration from the sketch for. So it wasn't initially something that I would have popped on the page, but I certainly used it because the sketch called for something in that central area. Now around the outside of the paper cluster, I've used the ground espresso distress ink, and also done some stamping just with some black over the top of that cluster and around the base layers of this page. A couple of the final steps that I'm going to do for this layout is to add some of the American Crafts Thickers foam title pages and a couple of sticker elements from that Kaisercraft collection. So some wording, and then some of these dominoes which I've individually cut out and popped onto the page as well to add some extra elements. We're coming up to the final shot, and off camera I've added some of the titling, so I've added the words that and face, which you'll see, and I've also added some of the wood veneer elements to the top right, bottom left and middle section of that layout. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out Scrapbook Boutique and of course subscribe for more videos.